For the past 2 days, these two cards, Soul Family, and New Ideas, New Movements, have both come up in her cross divination in the exact same position. And they're both the action positions. In the undertone, the underside of the deck, was this card. It's the Three of Wands, but for me, the threes specifically talk about her triplicity. The mother's triplicity. Her white, her black, and her red. So I wanted to dive deeper into these two particular cards. Like I said, same position, 2 days. So I decided to draw from the Lenormand and create a phrase. It starts with the cat. And for me, this card is very much as loyal to me as I am to them. So that's kind of the theme, as loyal to me as I am to them. And then the sentence part, power to preserve the bond. If anybody's interested, this is the Lenormand deck that I'm using. Absolutely love it. Think it's great. So Soul Family is talking about the soul coven, the spiritual grouping of them. New ideas, new thoughts, new perspectives. That has definitely been sitting hard lately because there is a new perspective of the triplicity that I have been thinking about. One of Santa Muerte's mysteries is the world. She holds a globe in her hands. She holds or stands upon a globe, depending on your imagery that you're using. The thing that I learned from her and put into my book, The Divine Mother, Lady of the Bones, which is a collection of my own practices, the things that I have received, the things that she has taught me. It's a reflection of my work with her. It's not just one world. There are 3 worlds that we are always living within. It is our inner world, so our self world. There is the outer world, so the human world, the society, the community, those aspects. And then there is the natural world, so nature and the world that we live within. And in that mystery, we are balancing those 3 worlds all the time because we're walking in those 3 worlds all the time. And through the Pillars journey that I've been doing, those worlds and her colors have started to merge, a deepening of a perspective. And her black very much is connected to that inner world. Her white is very much connected to the outer community, societal world. And her red is connected to the natural world. She has also been taking different names through this journey. Her black, her white, and her red have all started to shape names for themselves, which isn't uncommon. I mean, anybody that has worked with Santa Muerte knows that, she has many, many names. I think the way that she's organizing it and the way that she is communicating this and separating, those aspects, the colors of her and specific names for each of the colors in that way for my practice, is going through these 3 worlds. So people talk about chakras, people talk about the cauldrons. It really kind of depends on your tradition, who you are. For me, it's really centering into these 3 worlds when I'm talking about balancing, when I'm talking about alignment and harmonizing between. It's not just harmonizing her triplicities. It's not just harmonizing, ideas, but it's also harmonizing these worlds. I really kind of feel that is what she is shaping right now, is the 3 worlds. And none of this is new. I've been doing this for years with the worlds, but the way that she's moving about it is much differently right now, which is interesting. anytime we take a journey of depth, we could have been working with these tools and these mysteries for a really long time. I mean, I've worked with them for years, really diving deep into different aspects. But this journey of depth takes it and adds a new perspective, expands upon what was already there. And I am starting to see new ways that her triplicity is interconnected, overlapping, working together, moving together, separate parts, bringing them into an aligned movement, bringing them into a balance movement from the aspect of alignment, not, perfect balance. Because with her, it's never perfect balance. It's about alignment. And the alignment brings balance, but it's always a shifting balance because it depends on situation. It depends on what's involved. It depends on what energies are imbalanced and how we're bringing them to balance through alignment. So these cards at the center, again, talking about her triplicity, the grouping of them together, how they're working together, the new ideas that are forming and coming from that. And then, again, as loyal to them as they are to me, and the power to preserve the bond. That loyalty is the power to preserve the bond, to expand the bond, to protect the bond between me and her. New ways of thinking, new perspectives, new movements. And it all kind of goes back to the death moth. The death moth has been huge through the Pillar's journey as well. And it's all about adaptability. And I think, we're always changing, transforming, and moving if we're doing the work, if we're following her footsteps. And that's the way that I see it. She's leaving a trail. I'm following her footsteps. I'm experiencing, I am growing through that. And, my work is in the following aspect, doing the work that she puts before me. And in return, she is showing me new depth. She's showing me new ways to work and see with older concepts, not leaving anything behind, but expanding that knowledge of what it is, what her colors are, what my colors, the triplicity aspect colors, and how that correlates with the three worlds, how that correlates with me, how I'm living, how I'm moving, my devotion, my work with her. So yeah, I love this work because it not only touches me on a spiritual level and changes me as a person, but it also changes how I see the world, how I move in the world, which inadvertently changes my world. So yeah, I'm just sharing some things from this morning, my practices, things that it's been going on, and 2 cards that keep showing up in the action positions of her cross divination. If you want to understand more of my perspective, my personal practices, the things that I have built with her, it all starts with this book, and then I expand it in my Patreon. So the Temple Discord that's over there, and then the Priestess Path, that's where we're doing the devotional pillars and stuff. And I'm always putting out a bunch of free stuff on my Patreon. Just to kind of share, to put it out there, and yeah, just to share, to inspire, to give some ideas, to make new connections with new people. All right, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Sorry this was so long and kind of rambly, but, mornings. Have a great one.